The
interviewing Rob Walker.
Agents interviewed Rob Walker.
And they asked him about that, right?
The word big.
Right. They didn't use the word big guy, but they asked about it in reference to that text. And do you recall that Rob Walker actually said in response to that he was not aware that Joe Biden was ever a part of anything that he and Hunter were doing?
That's what the witness said, yes.
Yes. And then you describe a lunch, what we talked about earlier, where Joe Biden came to say hello at the Four Seasons Hotel to a lunch that he was having with CEFC executives, right?
That's correct.
But what you didn't talk about is what Rob Walker said the origination of that lunch was. And you testified that he said that Hunter told his dad, according to Rob Walker, quote, "I may be trying to start a company or try to do something with these guys." Now, let me ask you something. That doesn't sound much like Joe Biden was involved in whatever Hunter Biden was doing with the CEFC if Hunter Biden is telling him that he's trying to do business with them, does it?
No, but it does show that he told his father he was trying to do business, and he was
okay.
talking
Well,
to
that
his
is
father
true. Hunter Biden does
business.
try to do business. That's correct.
Oops. What you just saw there was perhaps the single biggest inadvertent admission imaginable. That was the utterly clueless New York Democrat Congressman Dan Goldman grilling the IRS whistleblower Gary Shapley. Now, if you don't know, Shapley confirmed a few weeks back that the Department of Injustice stepped in to actively protect the Biden family from investigation. The ultra-leftist activists disguised as journalists at the New York Times have reluctantly confirmed Shapley's testimony, noting that a second former IRS official who's he was not identified at the time, has corroborated that claim. Now, remember, IRS agents like Shapley wanted to further investigate the Biden's business dealings because they obtained text messages from Hunter that suggested that his dad, Bike Riding Biden, was indeed involved in his illicit business dealings. The IRS was in possession of a WhatsApp exchange between Hunter and an associate from the Chinese energy company named CEFC. It's a text dated back on August 3rd, 2017, and Hunter texted, quote, "The Bidens are the best I know at doing exactly what the chairman wants from this partnership." The chairman he's referring to there is a Chinese billionaire tied to a CCP intelligence gathering agency. You'll note the plural in that text. The Bidens are the best at doing what the chairman wants. And again, true to form, the following day, Hunter received $100,000 from this Chinese energy company, CEFC. Now, keep in mind, this is the same company that gave 10% to the big guy from Hunter's now infamous laptop email. So this incompetent Democrat Goldman is grilling Shapley, the IRS whistleblower, over his testimony that he had proof that Hunter Biden told his father at a lunch meeting with executives from this Chinese energy firm CEFC that he was trying to start a company or do something with these guys. So in other words, Joe Biden is clearly talking business with his son, which bumbling Biden has repeatedly denied he's ever done. And so this Democrat is like, well, that doesn't sound much like Joe Biden was involved in whatever Hunter Biden was doing with the CFC. If Hunter Biden is telling his dad that he's trying to do business with him, does it? And the whistleblower, Shapley, is like, dude, you just admitted that Hunter was talking to his father about his business dealings. Dude, you can't be that stupid. And this Democrat, this stupid Democrat, saw the stupid hand and raised him 20. He threw up his hands and said, okay, well, that's true. Hunter Biden does try to do business. That's correct. And everyone's like, do you even realize what you just said? Well, according to at least one law professor, this Democrat just sealed Biden's fate. Wait until you see this. But first, gang, as you know, patriots across the nation are rising up just like the amazing patriots who are dear friends to this channel, and that's the makers of Old Country Soap. Made on a farm in South Dakota using traditional techniques, they use only locally sourced special ingredients without the harsh chemicals that can dry out your hair and your skin. Every bar includes pure and unfiltered bentonite clay that works wonders. It helps to soothe and relieve dry, sensitive skin. It's known for healing properties that help with psoriasis and eczema. It also pulls dirt and oil from pores, helping to clear up acne. I mean, gang, it's amazing. It works great for hair. You use it to shave. It's safe for your pets. You will definitely want to welcome this great American-made all-purpose soap into your wonderful homes. And to make it even better, all purchases include a shower-enhancing, exfoliating sisal fiber soap bag. It's a far better alternative to store soaps and actually very reasonably priced compared to the other natural options on the market. You'll be very pleasantly surprised. And of course, to top it all off, it's made right here in the good old US of A. Use promo code TURLEY for an exclusive 20% discount off your order, and every order will include an extra gift. Just pay the shipping. It's more than worth it, I promise you. So go ahead, reward yourself with this amazing Patriot product. You will not be disappointed. My namesake, Jonathan Turley, professor of law at George Washington University, immediately took to Twitter and wrote this, quote, "Goldman just tripped the wire on Joe Biden in trying to grill the whistleblowers to show that there's no evidence that Joe Biden was involved. He elicited an answer that the witnesses established that Joe Biden did discuss business deals of Hunter with the Chinese. Goldman was trying to show that the witnesses did not mention a substantive role of Joe Biden. Shapley immediately noted that it did mean that he came to discuss one of Hunter's deals. The president continues to deny that fact. Goldman ended up prompting a sworn statement from the IRS investigator that Biden did indeed discuss his son's business deals. In doing so, Goldman may have delivered one of the most damaging moments in the hearings for the Bidens. In other words, he got caught. Biden just got caught, and it was a Democrat that inadvertently stepped in it. I mean, you literally can't make this stuff up. These guys are so incompetent. These left-wing lunatics are so ideologically driven that competence has become the primary casualty. When ideological fidelity rather than intelligence rules the day, that's the stupidity you get. Now, as if that weren't bad enough, we had another IRS whistleblower come forward, a fellow by the name of Joseph Ziegler. Ironically, he's a self-described gay Democrat who confirmed that their investigation to the Bidens was indeed thwarted by nefarious political pressure. And he testified as to who the identity is of the infamous big guy who received 10% of Hunter's illicit business dealings with that Chinese company.
On the day of action, you guys were intending to interview 12 people, one of whom was Rob Walker, a business associate of Hunter Biden. And in particular, you wanted to talk about, I think the quote is, 10 held by H for the big guy, yep. Right? So who did you infer that the big guy may be?
So all I can do is speak to the evidence there. What I can say is I think I know what you're referring to is when we're preparing for that interview and we're referencing that email, 10 held by H for the big guy, and from what I understand that to be his dad, President Biden.
Okay, so I'm sorry, I just want to ask Mr. Shapley a similar question, because the AUSA Wolf interjected, and I'm reading from your transcript now, and said she did not want to ask about the big guy, and stated she did not want to ask questions about dad, quote, in quotes. Who did you take dad to be when she refers to dad?
The father of the subject is President Biden.
President Biden. And so even by her response, she's inferring that Joe Biden may be involved in Hunter Biden's transactions.
So there you have it. There you have it. These agents were indeed investigating these Hunter Biden laptop emails, which we now know they knew were authentic at the very time that 51 so-called intelligence experts claimed the laptop was Russian disinformation. These agents just confirmed that they concluded the big guy in that email getting 10% of Hunter's business dealings was none other than bike riding Biden. According to an investigation by the British Daily Mail, the term big guy returns a total 41 hits when searching throughout Hunter's laptop emails, and those hits clearly show that the code name was being used for Sleepy Joe. So here we've got an explicit email stating that Biden was indeed profiting off of Hunter's illicit business dealings, in this case with China no less, and we have IRS testimony that they have evidence of Biden actually meeting with these Chinese business officials with Hunter, explicitly discussing Hunter's business dealings. Simply put, gang, Biden just got caught. Are you ready to join the resistance? Because I'm leading a group of dedicated, courageous patriots who can lead a spearhead into the heart of the secular globalist establishment. We punished Bud Light and Target, driven CNN and the legacy media to near bankruptcy, forced BlackRock to backtrack on ESG, and now we're seeing our conservative-dominated Supreme Court ending affirmative action and protecting religious liberty. In my Insiders Club, I show you concrete steps to take locally and online that will only keep this mass uprising going until the battle is won. Don't wait. Click the link in my description below and join my Courageous Patriots Insiders Club today.